twins as a curse. That's coming up.
This is the CBC News from Edmonton. At 7 o'clock, it's 19 degrees in Edmonton. Good evening, I'm Don Bell. Here's what's making news this hour, and we begin with some breaking news out of Florida, where a sheriff for Bell, Florida, says a grandfather has shot and killed 6 grandchildren, his daughter, as well as himself. No other details are available right now, but there will be more information as the evening goes on. Well, they're counting the ballots in Scotland's independence referendum. According to polling station officials, turnout has been heavy. The counting is slow in some spots because parts of Scotland are so isolated. Blaine has more.
It was obvious to anyone who voted, but there hasn't been a turnout like it in Scotland for a generation. No political campaign has gripped the Scottish public quite like this. As the postal votes were counted, council after council reported more than 90% returned. As to the result of the referendum itself, that'll take a few hours yet. But one senior figure in the No campaign told me he'd a spring in his step after a survey by the polling company YouGov, which suggested Scotland would reject independence by 54% to 46%.
Well, that's the BBC's Colin Blaine. Premier Jim Prentice says there's no reason to change the design or the slogan on the province's license plates. Before he won the leadership of the Tories, the government announced it was going to change the look of the plates. An online vote was held, the design was selected, and Wild Rose Country was going to be dropped. Today, Prentice says he's cancelling the plan.
Albertans have spoken very clearly that the priorities that they have identified are health, education, taking care of seniors, infrastructure, and changing the design of Alberta's license plates is not amongst those priorities. And so all further work on design to change the license plates will be turned.
Prentice says not very much money was spent on the redesign project up until now, but he says if it had proceeded, it would have cost $15 million. The mother of a little girl with a rare tongue malformation says it took the media getting involved to get help for her daughter. And with more on that, here's the CBC's Tricia Estabrooks.
Danielle Bell sent details of her story to CBC and other media outlets pleading for help for Alexis, her 2-year-old daughter. She needs surgery on what's called a macroglossia, or an enlarged tongue.
In July, it progressively got worse, started bleeding, started turning black, hard. She couldn't put her tongue in her mouth anymore.
Vals says the surgery was canceled twice in the last 3 weeks because of staff shortages at the Stollery Children's Hospital. About an hour after I spoke with Vals, a nurse called her to say the surgery was back on this afternoon.
We're very apologetic to the family.
Dr. Verna Yu is the Chief Medical Officer for Alberta Health Services.
Really, really busy summer, not just in terms of filling up with the children, but we've also had some times where we just have not had enough staff.
Yu says work on getting Alexis into surgery was already underway, and the calls from the media did not speed things up. Tricia Estabrooks, CBC News, Edmonton.
The Ladies League at the Red Tail Landing Golf Course is a diverse group of women who are passionate about the game, and they are also passionate about raising money. The CBC's Nick Darwell explains.
23, 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When the Ladies League out of Red Tail Landing puts their minds together, the results can be astounding, as was the case earlier this summer during the golf course's 6th annual Golf for the Cure tournament. The tournament aims to get more women involved in the sport and to raise funds for breast cancer research. Faced with that challenge, the Red Tail Ladies League surpassed everyone's expectations, collecting more than $25,000, beating out 170 other golf courses across the country. Matthew Trong, Associate Golf Pro at Red Tail, helped organize the event.
We had survivors who made a mission to raise as much money as possible, and those were the people who really actually raised the most money for us. But I mean, this event is special to everybody. It means something to everybody to know. We're all impacted by cancer, and all our ladies, they're playing for somebody.
And they're not done yet. Foursome from the golf course will head to Ontario next week to play in the National Golf for the Cure event. In Darwin, CBC News, Edmonton.
That is the latest CBC News. Take a look at the weather forecast from CBC meteorologist Stephanie Barsby. Some on and off spotty showers this evening in Edmonton with rain expected overnight. A low of 10. Mainly overcast tomorrow, 30% chance of showers in the morning. Also late in the afternoon, a high of 21. Weekend looking great. Mainly sunny Saturday, a high of 23, and sunny Sunday with a high of 20.